The year is 1931. Nash would build a Flathead inline 8 to stay competitive with all of the other companies that offered a Flathead inline 8. Companies like, but not limited to, Studebaker, Hudson, Pontiac, Hupmobile, Oldsmobile, Chrysler, Packard, and Pierce Arrow were on a totally different level. It's important to note that by 1931, Nash already had an inline 8 on offer in the form of overhead valve, which used two spark plugs per cylinder twin ignition, and it came in 1929 or 1930, depending on what source you read. I know you're probably sitting there thinking, Nash with overhead valve. What? Charlie Nash was the founder of Nash Motor Car Company. He came from nothing. His parents abandoned him when he was 6 years old, and he was ordered to what was basically slavery because he had no one to look after him. He had no other family members in line to take care of him. Charlie Nash's story is a true rags to riches story, which I'll link at the end if you would want the full story. Charlie worked his way up at Buick, which used overhead valve exclusively. So Nash was overhead valve from the beginning. Nash would offer both flathead and overhead valve configurations in both 6-cylinder and 8-cylinder for a time. Their Flathead 8 was cast in tried and true cast iron, both the block and cylinder head. Monoblock casting, meaning the cylinders, crankcase, and block were all cast as a single unit. 2 valves per cylinder, which are inside the block, intake and exhaust. Crankshaft is made of drop forged steel that rides on 9 main bearings, making the crankshaft more rigid, and it also cuts down on crankshaft flex. The main bearings are the bronze-backed Babbitt line type. The crankshaft pins are hollow for oil to pass through for lubrication. Drop-forged steel connecting rods, double heat-treated, and rifle bored for full-pressure lubrication directly to the pistons. This engine featured fully pressurized oiling lubrication system to the main bearings, connecting rod bearings, camshaft bearings, piston pins, timing chain. The pressure was supplied from a gear-type oil pump. This engine has crankcase ventilation, aluminum alloy pistons with 4 piston rings, 2 compression, 2 oil control rings. The very first iteration of this engine was found in the Nash Series 870. It was 227.2 cubic inch displacement Flathead 8. 3.72 liters. It was good for 78 horsepower, 3,300 RPM, 92 pound-feet, or 124 newton meters around 1,600 RPM with a bore of 2.875 inches and a stroke of 4.375 inches. Compression was 5-to-1. Solid valve lifters, 9 main bearings. Years this engine was used, 1931 through 1932. It could be found in the Nash Series 870 and the Series 970. In 1933, Nash would take the engine and bore it out to 247 cubic inch displacement Flathead 8 4 liters. It was good for anywhere between 80 to 85 horsepower, 3,300 RPM, 92 pound-feet, or 124 newton meters at 1,600 RPM with a bore of 3 inches and a stroke of 4.375 inches. Compression was 5.1-to-1. Years. This engine was only used for 1 year, and it was found in the Nash Series 1130. To streamline things, the Flathead 8 was dropped for the 1934 model year, probably for a few reasons. The Big 6 made almost the same power, well, 5 horsepower less with less parts. It was cheaper to produce. The overhead valve 8 would remain Nash's Halo engine until World War II. Okay, now it's time for Would You Rather. Out of all of the straight 8 engines, not counting Duesenberg or Lycoming, Pierce Arrow, or Packard, who made the best one in your opinion? In the comments below. So far, all the ones that we've covered so far, the only one that has been splash lubricated was Hudson. The rest have had pressurized oiling lubrication systems. On to name that tune. First person to give both the name of the band, song title, and the lyric that comes next will have their comment pinned to the top of the comment section. I remember the look in your eyes. That is a bit of a newer, well, it's not really new anymore. Probably, it was back when I was in high school, so 2000s era. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming out and watching this one. If you'd like to get in touch with me, shoot me a comment in the comment section below. I read and answer all comments posted. I don't say that for self-worth. I just say that if you post a comment on this channel, I will definitely read it and get back to you. Thanks again for everything that you guys bring in the community. Until next time, toodaloo! Hey, Archie, what are you up to? Huh? What you doing? Archie, hey. What's going on? Are you hungry? Are you gonna go for a walk? Are you going outside? What do you think, bud? Oh, he wants to go for a walk. He found his leash. He knows exactly where his leash is. Well, there he is, Archie the dog.